All right, folks, so we are asked in problem 6 on page 15 to go ahead and take a look at this graph of data to figure out the pledge plans for these different students. Now, this directly mirrors what we did in class today, so hopefully this is a little bit easier for your student to do, but if not, that's okay. This is the first time we're only given a graph and then asked to come up with the pledge plans. So we're going to go ahead and start off by making a table. So we're going to make a really quick table here. Right here. This could be helpful for your students. For students, this could be helpful for you. And then this is distance walked. So we'll put a little d here, and then most likely kilometers here. So we always want to start off at 0 in our table. And on this graph, we are given all the way up to 10. But if we can just show in our table at least 3 values, we should be in good shape. So let's first take a look at sponsor A. Looking at sponsor A at 0, sponsor A is donating $0. We learned in class that what happens at 0 is very important for the equation. So that's why we're starting off at 0 here. We're looking at sponsor B. Sponsor B starts at $5. And then sponsor C appears they start at $2. So when asked to make an equation, we are going to use those values. Those values are going to be very important. Where the line crosses the y-axis when x is 0 is called the y-intercept, and that becomes a very important part of our equation and our understanding of what's going on with the pledge plans. So for sponsor A, they're donating $0 to the walkathon. Instead, they're going to pay per kilometer. In part B, or sponsor B, excuse me, they're donating $5. Sponsor C is donating $2. Now we need to see what each sponsor will pay per kilometer. Now here's where these lines get a little bit tricky because, and honestly, hold on one second, I don't think we've got a good picture of what's going on with this because I don't see any of the lines. Okay, so for whatever reason, the lines didn't come over in my screenshot, but we can still figure this out. You will see lines in the book. So if we look at 1 kilometer and we try to go up to sponsor A, it appears that this is about $2.50, but I would prefer not to have to estimate. So instead, I'm going to go out and verify that at kilometer 2. At kilometer 2, if 2.5 is correct, I should be able to go at kilometer 2 and go and hit 5. And it looks like that is correct. Let me refer to the book. The book, no, sponsor A is actually at $6. So sponsor A is at $6 after 2 kilometers. So after 2 kilometers, we are at $6. So why is that important? After 2 kilometers, we're at $6. Because our understanding of ratios allows us to say, well, if 2 kilometers is 6, 1 kilometer must be 3. Because we're going to divide both of these in half. 2 divided by 2 is going to give us 1. 6 divided by 2 is going to give us 3. So let's test that. If this is true, then at 3 kilometers, we should be at 9. 3 kilometers, I'm going to go up till I hit sponsor A, and that looks like $9 to me. Go ahead and verify that in your book. So for A, the rate, A's rate is going to be $3 per kilometer. All right, let's take a look at B. B does not increase at all. It is a flat line, which means it is going to be $5 no matter what. That means it has a rate of 0. Now, we may not see the rate in the equation, but we talked about it today. We have to understand that the rate is 0. It's still there. Finally, we have sponsor C. Now, sponsor C, I'm going to go out to 1 kilometer, and this looks like it might be 3, but it actually looks like it's a little bit more than 3, so I'm not going to trust 1 kilometer. At 2 kilometers, this looks like $5 to me. Let me double check the book. 2 kilometers Sponsor C, yep, that really looks like 5. Now, if I think that's 5, I should be able to go to 4 kilometers and land on 10. 4 kilometers, sponsor C. Yeah, no, it does not look like I'm landing on, oh wait, nope, I forgot my y-intercept. So I would need to go to $5. It increased by 3 from 2 to 5. So then I should land on 8. So if I increase by 3 from 2 to 5, $2 to $5, another $3 is what I earned here. So I earned $3 by walking 2 kilometers. If I walk another 2 kilometers over here to 4, I should earn another $3, which takes me from 5 to 8 for sponsor C, plus 3. And let me check the book for 4 and 8. Yep, the line crosses at 4 and 8. So I can come here to 2 and 5. And if I'm increasing 3 for every 2 kilometers, that means I'm increasing 1.5 for every 1 kilometer. 1.5 plus 5, 6.5. If I extended my table down to 4, this would be 12, this would still be 5, this would be 8. So we need to figure out our rates. So we know our donations. This is going to show up in our equation. Now we just need to know rates. The rate for A is $3 per kilometer. The rate for B is $0 per kilometer. The rate for C for every single kilometer is 1.5. Don't be tricked into thinking that it's 3, because that's $3 for every 2 kilometers. It's a different ratio. We need to look at unit rates. So let's see what questions we are being asked. Describe each sponsor's pledge plan. Sponsor A donates $0, but will donate $3 per kilometer. Sponsor B will only donate $5, will not donate anything per kilometer. And sponsor C will give you a $2 donation plus $1.50 per kilometer. What is the number of dollars per kilometer each sponsor pledges? We just shared that in those are the rates. What does the point where the line crosses the y-axis mean for each sponsor? This y-axis right here, where the line crosses the y-axis, that intercept, represents the dollars donated for each sponsor. D, write coordinates of 2 points on each line. So in order to do that, I'm going to clear off my lines and I'm going to try to match colors here. Okay, so I need to write coordinates for each line. So I'm going to do, let's go ahead and use sponsor A. Let's go blue here for sponsor A. Sponsor A, coordinates for sponsor A, let's see, 2, 6. So I'm going to put a dot here and label that 2, 6. So you don't have to label the graph, just write this in, 2, 6 for sponsor A. And then let's see, 3, 9, that would be right here. 3, 9 for sponsor A. That's 2 points for sponsor A. Sponsor C, which is purple. Let's go ahead and do 2 and, no, let's do 4 and 5. That's 4, 5. And then let's do their y-intercept, sponsor B, 0, 5. Okay, those are 2 points for sponsor B. Sponsor C, I'm going to do a lighter purple. Sponsor C, let's go ahead and go to 4 and 8. So this would be 4, 8. And then let's go ahead and go to $3 and 6.5. It's about right here. So that would be 3, 6.5. So we've given 2 coordinates for each of the sponsors' pledge plans. Does each relationship represent a proportional relationship? Now, here's where we get back to proportions, which was our previous unit. If it's proportional, I should be able to multiply each variable by the same number and get the same output. Let me give an example of that. So not the exact same output, but I should be able to go in this table to the right from one row to the next by multiplying by the same number if it's proportional. So quick example. 1 to 4 is proportional to 3 to 12 because I can multiply the denominator by 3 and I can multiply the numerator by 3. So 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 3 is 12. If I can multiply to get from one ratio to the next by the same number, then it's proportional. So let's see where we can do this. Sponsor A. If I double the kilometers, do I double the dollars? For sponsor A, yes. A is proportional. Okay. Can I do the same thing for B? If I double the kilometers, do I double my money? No. B is not proportional. What about C? Let's go ahead and move down here. If I double my kilometers for C, double it, 2 to 4, do I double my dollars, 5 to 8? I do not. C is not proportional. Now we're going to figure out the reason A is proportional and B and C are not has everything to do with our y-intercept. A is the only one with a y-intercept of 0, which means in the equation, the only thing that's relevant in the equation is the rate. And it's that rate that makes it proportional. For sponsor C, not only do we have a rate of increase, but we also have a $2 donation. That breaks the proportional relationship. Sponsor B has no rate at all. There's no proportional relationship at all. I can increase kilometers to infinity, and I'm only going to make $5. So there's no proportional relationship at all for sponsor B. So that's it for tonight, folks. Hopefully you did well giving it a shot on your own. And if not, again, hope the video helped. Have a great night.